Good morning, everybody. My name's Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV up here in Frederick, Colorado. About 30 minutes, depending on traffic, north of Denver, right off Interstate 25. You can't miss us. We've got a ton of inventory on the lot, right on the frontage road, real easy to spot us. Getting to be springtime, we're getting to see a lot of trades come in. We're getting to see a lot of new inventory come in too. So behind me today, we've got a 2025 Logan, 3-horse LQ. It's called a Select 812. Just a little over, 12 feet on the short wall in the LQ with a slide. And then again, like we talked about, we are a 3-horse trailer in the back. We're 8 foot wide in that stock compartment. We're also 7'6" tall. So we've got a lot of headroom. We do have mangers on the driver's side of your horses in the stall area of your rear 2 horses, but we'll get into that when we get back there. So let's start right in the middle of it, the meat and potatoes of things. 2 5/16" gooseneck ball. We've got a lot of adjustment with these. Big heavy duty safety chains. Always use your safety chains, folks, even with a gooseneck trailer. And then you've got your breakaway cable as well to run your brakes if you ever do have some failure. And then 7-pin connection over there. So we'll talk a little bit about that and some of the functions it provides us when we get there. But we're an LQ trailer, so we've got a little more going on underneath here. First and foremost, we've got dual 30-pound propane tanks. Runs our furnace, runs our fridge. We've got dual house batteries, deep cycle marine type batteries in here as well. This is running everything from our functions of our hydraulic jack to our lighting inside our trailer right now. We do have an onboard gen, but even with that, we can still run some lights, etc., just via these batteries. So really nice way to do that. Electric over hydraulic jack. Have a keyed control of it over here on our gooseneck wall. Above that, we've got a battery disconnect switch. Disconnects everything from house side to our lights inside our stock compartment on all of the above. Really buys our house batteries a lot of life, just being able to save them from that one time that you left a switch on and you didn't hit your disconnect and you kill the batteries. Not great for these lead acid batteries. So, and then we've got some of our wiring panel below there as well. Full-size matching aluminum wheel and tire. Spin it around, save a little bit of life and face on it. And then we've got some sewer connect hoses stored up here out of the way as well. You'll start seeing on the Logans especially too, Vortex liner on everything. Very similar to a truck bed liner. Really, really tough stuff. Holds up very well under the goosenecks of these trailers with these pickups throwing rocks on them. And then you'll start seeing them in the Logans in the horse compartment as well. But first and foremost on this trailer, we're going to get into the LQ side of things. So as you saw in the lead up to the video, fully electric awning. Really nice to have these in the summertime, provide a lot of shade. And again, fully electric. So no more spinning that pole anymore. No more getting it tight up against the wall or anything like that. Literally a flip of a switch or hitting a button on the inside, and we'll show you that as well. A couple other things you'll notice too, this is a sport package, so they do the frameless windows on these, kind of a vent type window. Really nice system with these. Really nice look to them as well. And then you'll see on the back side of our door right here, this is our control of that flip window as well. And then all of our shades you'll see have a blackout version and just a privacy portion as well. So really nice. Stepping into the trailer, you'll see we have a fold out step like we do on a lot of our tack rooms, carrying that over, making life very easy. And then a roll out screen door, which I think keeps life simple. Don't have to worry about another swinging door. Very easy to use, and a magnet that holds it right in place while you are using it. So when you step into the Logans, first and foremost, you'll see a ton of storage. I think that's kind of the theme we'll stick with in this video. So we've got a little cabinet down here, but coming in, first thing you see in the Logans is you got all of your control panels. So first and foremost, we've got the ability to check all of our tanks, fresh, black, and gray. Can check on the status of our battery, and then our water pump connect or on-off switch is there as well. Water heater control. Here's our slide control, our lights, and also our awning control as well. Above that, you will see it has a few hours on it. They do a lot of tests with them as they build them, so want to make sure everything runs well. But this is your integrated generator too. So remote switch down here, As easy as priming it for a few seconds before you start it up, especially if it's been sitting for a while, and then start her right up. And you also have a fuel gauge right there. Easy to fill up on the driver's side of the trailer, easy to pull up to a pump and fill it up, but really easy to keep track of things while you're inside your trailer and having a look at that gauge. Couple 12-volt plugs and some USBs as well. Put those throughout. We've got a couple at the head of the bed as well. Really nice to be able to plug your stuff in, charge your phones, charge your cameras, whatever you got going on, tablets, and keep everybody connected and plugged in. So one more thing in this same little spot is we've got our radio. We do have Bluetooth connectivity with it, still running a CD player as well if you've got some of those mixes you want to bring along with you. USB connection, auxiliary connections, and like I said, Bluetooth as well. So we've got speakers interior inside the trailer, and then we have some out under our awning as well. So you can zone it out if you just want to have some inside and not disturb your neighbors, or if you're grilling out and having some dinner and want to listen to some tunes, you can put them just out there and entertain yourselves. Really nice system, really seamless connection with your phones. So getting up into our sleeping area, see a lot of cabinets. You'll see our blackout curtains as well. Really nice if we're at shows, if we're in parking lots. We've always been next to that street light that shines right in our eyes in the middle of the night. So nice to be able to pull those down and have that blackout ability and sleep comfortably at night. We do have vented AC in the roof as well, so you won't get stuffy up here in the nose of the trailer. And then at the head of our bed, you'll see too, we've got a couple cabinets up there. So we talked about storage. Everybody wants more storage in these LQs. Logan's done a really nice job of kind of trying to fill all of that dead space. We've got some cabinetry there at the head of the bed, and then we've got one tucked down here at the foot of the bed as well. So nice spot to throw some clothes, some pants, some shirts, whatever you got, whatever you want, easy access to. And then again, like we talked about at the head of the bed, we've got a switch over there for our lighting above us, and then we've got some USBs, some 110-volt plugs over there on the left side. Really easy to keep things charged and keep yourself moving along. So they do a nice step up into the bed. A couple little steps make it easy to get up in there. It is a wide open space. We don't have that closed off style that we see in a lot of LQs. So makes it feel a little bit roomy. And then I'm standing in the slide as well, which makes it really feel like you've got some elbow room inside these trailers. So cabinetry, storage, again, little bit of dead space here. They filled it up with some cabinetry. There are some shelving in here, fully adjustable. You can move these guys around if you want pretty easily. As easy as that, in fact. And again, you could pull that out as well if you wanted to use it for something a little bit taller. Same there. You've got that option to move that shelf around and make it fully adjustable, and just more storage. We'll work our way under the dinette too. We talked about storage. Our cushions are sliding out a little bit. But again, there's our 30 amp cord. So brand new cord with that, 30-foot long. So always before you disconnect your LQs, make sure your power cord can reach your pedestal where you're plugging in. But again, a lot of storage under these benches. This bench will fold down, this table will fold down, and you can make a bed out of this as well. So you've got an extra sleeping area out of this. If you've got a friend tagging along at a show, or if you've got some young kids, that's a great spot for them to feel like they're camping out and drop this into a bed. And again, talking about storage, overhead storage as well. Great spot to use as a pantry or storage for some dishes or something like that as well. And then a lot of light comes in this trailer with all the windows. I kind of wanted to open these up and have you have a look. It's even the dark side of our lot facing right now, but can bring a lot of light in with these windows. And again, you've got that vent option with these with the frameless style, so you can get some air moving through this trailer if you don't want to run your gen or your AC. And then again, to nighttime, you can pull those down to a privacy mode, or you can black them out as well. Our whole dinette you'll see is in our slide as well. So the one nice thing about the design of this trailer, it's a little bit tight, but you can still have this slide fully in and sneak in there and get into your bathroom. If you're at a truck stop, if you're running down the road, you have that ability to get in there. A lot of people say, hey, listen, I'm hauling my house with me. It's where I stay all weekend. I don't want to use the truck stop bathroom, or I don't want to have to move my slide out to get into my own bathroom. So the way this one's designed, the footprint of this guy is you can still sneak in there. Little bit of a squeeze, but you can get in there real quick before we get into that bathroom. Nice size, dual powered or dual purpose, dual functionality, I guess, fridge. propane and electric. So you have that ability, whether you're dry camping and you don't have some hookups, you can run off your fridge, you can run off your propane service, or if you're plugged in, you can very easily save your propane and run off your electric service as well, and your control panels up there as well. Just below our fridge is our furnace. Very easy access to it for any kind of servicing that you do need to do. Again, just like our AC system, it is ducted. So working our way quickly into the bathroom, you will see we've got some storage in there. It is a bit of a small, tight space, but you've got a full standing shower. Really nice to be able to get in there, get yourself all cleaned up, and then have that ability to still stand in here and do a few things, get yourself ready at the opposite side at your vanity. But you've got a ton of storage in here as well. So got big cabinets. We'll open this door so I can step into here. And again, a ton more storage. We've got some hanging bars and some shelving. So if you want to kind of make it your own, make it a little more versatile, you can. This shelf on the lower cabinet here is fixed, but again, ton of storage in these. Makes it really, really handy, really easy to use these, and bring stuff from home that you want to have with you that you don't always have that opportunity if you just don't have a way to stow it away. So solid toilet down below us. We do have a small vanity tucked over here in the corner. More cabinetry down below. Good spot to store some cleaning supplies, something like that. Up above at the vanity, you've got a sink with some 110 volt power if you need something, and then a nice medicine cabinet as well. So pretty deep too, so you can store a lot of your toiletries and stuff like that in there, and again, helps you stay organized. Just quickly, we'll take a quick look at our pass-through door here. Nice to access this part of our horse compartment. We have an escape door over here on driver's side. A lot of customers use these as kind of a mudroom almost. So can step into your trailer through that mudroom door, or that escape door, excuse me, and then take your muddy boots off, take your dirty stuff off, and then step straight into your bathroom if you've had a long day at the show and you want to jump in that shower. Really nice to be able to do that and keep things a little cleaner. Light switches throughout. We have access to our stock area lights as well from that bathroom. So again, if you're using it kind of as that pass-through, to do that, you can. Very similar thermostat control that you would have in your house. Couple different modes: hot, cold, heat, AC. You can set a temperature. It's automated. It will run it for you. Very easy to use. Not going to get much because we're not hooked up to power right now and our gen's off, but very nice system with that. And very similar system to that we see in a lot of our trailers. Dometic, that's the brand we're using. See that in a lot of our other manufacturers, and see that in the RV world as well. So I think one of the really nicest parts, the biggest standout part of this LQ of this trailer is the size of this sink. Single basin, huge. You can obviously get your cookie sheets in there, or your big frying pans in there, or the grates off of the grill if you're doing a bit of cooking out or camping out and barbecuing. Can get those in there, can wash them really nice. You know, typically we see the tiny little sink that you can barely fit a coffee mug into. So nice to have that. You've got the extended just like at home as well, so you're not losing any of those features that you typically get. And then more cabinetry, more storage space. We do have our water heater at the bottom down there. Easy access to that to service it. Really easy access to get to that to winterize as well. And then shelving above that as well. Just a great spot. Easy to stay organized in these trailers. And then multiple drawers. We've got some remotes for our TVs, some of our brochures and instruction manuals, owner's manuals. Logan does a really nice job with these. They've tucked it away in a drawer for us on this one, but a lot of their larger goosenecks they are equipping from the factory with a tire pressure monitoring system. So this little monitor sits on your dash in your tow vehicle, and you can keep an eye on, just like you can now in your modern day trucks and pickups and SUVs and everything else. You can keep an eye on the tire pressure of your trailer. So if you see one losing pressure, you know you can stop and rectify it, or if you see one getting really hot, you know maybe you're getting close to a tire failure or something like that. I believe this is equipped with pressure and temperature, so really nice to be able to keep an eye on that. And then again, more storage. Our water pump is down here, so easy access to that. Again, really nice and easy to winterize these. Logan even does a diagram on that door to show us our low water points and how we can go about dumping those things out. So microwave up top, some more storage as well. Some 110 volts back here if you want to get a coffee maker plugged in, and then a 2-burner stove as well. So really easy to hook up. Runs off your propane service already within the trailer. Auto light, couple little switches, and then flush mount glass lid on there too, so you don't lose that counter space if you're not using it, or it's breakfast time and you're making some coffee and don't need that. So again, we've got the blackout shades on every window in the trailer, so privacy first, and then blackout is behind that. Really nice. Stay private when you're at a campground. Open it up, and if you've got an awesome view, have a good look at that view. So we'll work our way outside, we'll work our way around the trailer a little bit, talk about the stock compartment, talk about the horse area a little bit. But again, 12'2", I think, is our total measurement inside this short wall on this LQ. A lot of space in here for a couple with one kid or something like that too. You could really make this work, and would be a really nice rig to go down the road, get you out of those hotels, save some money on those hotel rooms, if I can spit it out, excuse me, and you know, make it like home too. Logan does a nice job with these LQs, and you can certainly spend a lot of time in here and certainly be comfortable, whether it's with the room that you have or the furnace and the AC unit as well. So real quick, we talked a little bit about the awning. We do have some awning, or floodlights as we call them. Really nice to shed some light on our doorway back here, and then we've got one above our horse compartment as well. So nice to see when we're tying up our horses, if we're tacking up. So a couple little added features that make this trailer stand out a little bit from some of the standard options that you get out of a Logan. First and foremost, drop windows on the hip side. Drop windows with the jail bars too. So if you ever wanted to open this completely up and make a big box stall out of it for some reason, you have that ability, and you have that ability to leave your horses free with these down so that they're not just at an open window, at an open hole. So really nice drop windows, move a lot of air with these. They do a little screen there as well, so you can protect your horses from any kind of small debris or road bugs or anything like that. And then winter time, 60 today in Colorado, but it's supposed to rain and snow tonight, so we'll probably be shutting those up halfway down our road trip if we were traveling today, and then get some small bus windows to keep a little airflow still around these. Logan does a nice job with a bit of a suction cup there as well to hold these windows down. I've seen plenty of these flapping in the breeze that just don't have a nice way to hold themselves tight against the trailer, and these really do hold tight. And so working down a little bit, we've got some tie rings here as well. Nice spot to tack our horses up. Like I said, we've got some awning lights above us that can shine some light on if it's early morning, late night. Really nice to be able to do that. Running gear, we'll talk about running gear real quickly. We are on 16-inch aluminum wheels. These are 14-ply tires, and we are on 7K axles. Dexter torsion type axle. Same axle and running gear that you see on a lot of trailers going down the road, and these are equipped with electric drum brakes. So make sure, especially a trailer this size, no matter your tow vehicle, that you have control over those brakes and that you can adjust your settings. Another little piece about this trailer that sets it apart too is we are on a spread axle. Not a lot of spread on it, but we get the individual fender with the two. Helps a lot with our weight distribution. You'd be surprised moving that forward just a few inches how much weight that's going to take off the tongue of our trailer. So helps out quite a bit. If you are kind of curious about weights, we'd be more than happy to get you some weights on this. We have empty weights as it sits, and then if you're really interested in tongue weights or something like that too, we are happy to oblige. We've got a truck stop just down the road with some cat scales that we can easily get these run over for you and get those numbers. But again, the spread axle helps a lot with that weight distribution, and then aesthetically it looks great too. We really like the look of the spread axles, and it with the aluminum wheels and the matching spares that you get with these, really nice running gear that you get on these trailers. So you'll see running lights throughout. We'll get over to the driver's side and we'll talk about these lower running lights. They actually flip over to our reverse light as well. So standard now on these Logans, LED lighting all around. That's been standard for quite a while, but they've added in over the last few years an integrated reverse lamp in all of our tail lights as well. So we've got 4 tail lamps along the side back of this trailer. All 4 have that reverse light in there. Really, really nice to shed some light. We've got a long trailer here. Our reverse lights on our pickups aren't that great as from the start, even without a trailer. So nice to be able to shed some light on that. And then those running lights that I was talking about along that lower rail also changed to a white LED just to shine a little bit of light. If you've got that one spot along the barn where you park at home every night, help you see that reference point a little bit easier. So real quick, we didn't talk about it while we were along the side, but we do have a roof rack here with a hay rack and a little bit of a mezzanine to access our generator as well. So onboard gen, fully integrated like we talked about, easy on-off switch, remote switch there inside the LQ, fully separated battery too on the gen to get that guy started up. So if you ever have a dead house battery, like we talked about, you leave an interior light on and you forget to hit your disconnect switch. Generator is on a separate battery service altogether. It is up on the roof, so if you ever have to jump that one, it's a little trickier, but it's really nice for those scenarios. If you do have a dead house battery, you can still get your gen started up and recharge those batteries. So roof rack up there as well with the hay rack as well. So nice storage for that. We'll get into the inside of the horse compartment. We do have a collapsible rear tack on this guy, so that's where we're going to get all our saddle and horse equipment storage in this trailer. So first and foremost, we've got some saddle poles there, some blanket poles there, and then we do have a removable saddle rack as well. So for Logan's, we can get factory parts straight to the parts department if we don't already have them in stock. So if you want to add a couple saddle racks to this, you've got the space certainly with the height that you get out of this guy. So you can certainly add those. If by chance you just want to make this your own and you've got a couple trunks you want to stow in here, you can very easily pull that whole post out as well. And like we said, this wall is collapsible, so we can bring it over, pull that saddle rack out, and then you've got a lot more room back here for your rear horse. If you need to spin a couple of them around to walk them face first or forwards out of the trailer instead of backing them up, you have that ability. So a lot of options with that, and a really nice space in comparison to kind of what we've seen in some of those rear tacks before. So if you've seen our Logans, rear ones are going to be telescoping. That one's not as stiff as most, but we have the ability to snap this guy against the wall as well. So like I said, we've got those drop windows with the jail bars on the hip side. So if you ever wanted to make a box out of this for some reason, you have that ability to do it. Second, or our first horse, we also have that big stud divider. So if you want to use it as storage, you don't have to worry about your trunks or your totes sliding under your horses, hay, shavings, whatever you have. Or if you do have somebody that's a little spicy and you need that stud divider, that's absolutely what it's built for. So, and again, double-ended snap and a couple D-rings, and we can snap this against the wall. Logan throws these in on their LQs. Everybody hopefully knows what this is. If you're driving a trailer down the road, you should keep one of these in it at all times. Really nice way to get a change of spare on a trailer, a dual axle trailer. Run up your good tire on this guy, take your flat off your spare, add your spare back on, and you're good to go down the road. So nice little tire changer. There's a lot of different iterations of it on the market, but that's what Logan's providing with these right now from the factory, which is nice. Getting into our first stall. No manger at the escape door, obviously. A couple different manufacturers will build those on, but for added room in this trailer, it's really nice added space. If you're going to use this for a horse, they've got a lot more room than they would with the mangers. If you're going to use this for storage, you've got a lot of floor space here too. And as we talked about, pass-through door right into our bathroom. So if we are using this kind of as a mudroom area, you've got that easy access to get in there as well. And since we didn't do the manger in the door, we do have the bag, corner bag as well, very easily removable. Very easy to kind of set up as your own. We've got a couple tie rings as well, big solid one there, and then above our head as well. So we'll talk about drop windows. We'll talk about the escape door a little bit more when we get outside. But when we drop these down, when we have the hip windows dropped, and then we've got some roof vents over the head of each horse as well, we can move a ton of air through these trailers. So real quick, talking about the floor. A lot of different rubber floors on the market these days. There's some impenetrable flooring. There's some penetrable flooring that's meant to drain through. This is Logan's version of a porous flooring. It's called WizProof. With some good housekeeping and pressure washing it out unless you're using it a ton once a year. This is a really, really nice system. Everything, the way that they've designed the floor, the structure of the floor itself, it's got drains through it throughout every 4 to 6 inches, I believe. So we're going to move a lot of that through there. A lot of that urine's just going to make its way straight out of the trailer, not going to sit on any of our aluminum or our steel framing, and have that ability to pass it through. And again, with some good housekeeping after every use, a little bit of pressure washing once or twice a year, depending on your usage. Again, this is a really, really solid material. Adds a lot of cushion for your horses. It's about, you know, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches thick, depending. And it's really, really nice. Far cry from having to pull rubber mats out anymore in the middle of the summer when you want to pressure wash it out and get things clean. So again, Logan's Whiz-Proof flooring. Sure Grip, excuse me, the rubber is the Sure Grip rubber flooring, and then the Whiz-Proof is the design of the structure itself where you have those drains. So again, nice little system and nice little decal there to kind of show you exactly what's going on, and maybe put some of my words to a photograph to help a little bit better with that cutout. Get these guys closed up. They did do some bus windows in both rear doors of this trailer as well, so we've got some added airflow. Summertime, doesn't really matter, I guess, where you are in the country. You can still get up into the 90s, even way up north. So nice to be able to move a ton of air through these trailers. If you are down south, you're gonna have to move some of that air. So nice to be able to have those options, summertime, wintertime, and to make it your own and make it a lot more versatile. Fixed ladder on this guy keeps things simple. We do have some versions that flip out and give you a little bit of an angle, but really nice. Keep it simple, no mechanics to it at all. Bolted onto the side. You've got some extended handles to get you up over that railing on the top. And again, nice and easy to crawl up these trailers. Get up there, add your hay. Hopefully you have a loader, a tractor with a loader that can help you get some of that hay up there, and you can pull it off from the top. And again, access to your gen, access to any kind of service you need to do with it is up there. And then this is your fuel tank fuel for your gen. So gas cap, like anything else that we're used to driving down the road. Pull up to the gas station, fill her up, and you're good to go. And it's on driver's side, make it a little easier to see. Most of our tow vehicles are fueling at the driver's side too. So got a lot going on here. We've got some drop windows above our horses. This is our manger access. Tons of hooks in here. So what you can't quite fit in that folding rear tack or that collapsible rear tack, you can certainly fill this area up with. You've got 2 doors here, so lots of access, and you've got hooks from the front and the back of this. So if you need to hang all your headgear in here, you got some ropes, you got some hoses, extension cords, whatever you got going on. And then you'll see it's fully lined with that Vortex liner as well too. So we've all seen those used trailers rocking down the road with a ton of those marks that we see in our tack rooms from our headgear and our metal bits and shanks and chain shanks and stuff like that. So that Vortex liner acts just as a great protectant for that as well. And again, with the 2 doors, you've got nice full access to that area and the ability to, like I said, store what you want. Driver's side, I'd throw a couple tools in there for changing a spare or something like that, and even that ramp as well. So you have quick, easy access to them if you need them. Talked about the drop windows. We got jail bars on the head side, obviously. Logan does a really nice job. This center bar is spring loaded. That's our latching mechanism to get it in and out of that track. And then if you are traveling down the road, stopping at a fuel stop, want to offer some water, throw a little more hay in their manger or something like that, you can very easily do that. And then flip these guys right back up, right back in track. And Logan does an awesome job with these. I'm not the tallest guy on the lot, and so I certainly can't reach that latch up there. So they've done a nice job with this bar. Easily grab it right there and then flip these guys right down. And again, with the screen, nice added little protection from bugs, any kind of small road debris that's coming through, and then easy to swap them out. If you don't like them, it's a couple Velcro straps that loop around it. Easily pull them off and easily replaceable too if your horse is a little mouthy or likes to play with them. So talked a lot about this escape door inside the trailer and the tack room. Again, the living quarters as well. Really nice spot to gain that quote unquote mudroom access. We can drop that manger bag very easily with a couple snaps. Really, we can just do it with one snap if we want to gain access, quick access into there. And whether you leave that stud door closed or that stud divider closed or open for storage, you've got that ability to step in there with your muddy clothes or your dirty show clothes, get cleaned up a little bit, dust yourself off a little bit, and then use your pass-through straight into your bathroom. So with the escape door, a little bit smaller of a drop window just to fit inside that framework, but exact same style, exact same functionality, still have the drail bars that'll drop down as well. So you can always have access to your horses if you need them. any of these doors, these man doors, escape doors that we share space with horses, we'll double latch them. So we'll do a paddle latch and a cam lock as well, just for a bit of added safety. So a couple connection points here for our LQ. Now that we're working forward a little bit, we've got our black and our gray tanks. Dumps are right underneath us. And then here's our 30 amp connection as well. So if you have the ability that you've got power, use that 30-foot cord. Make sure you're close enough to your pedestal so you can get plugged in before you unhook your truck. But get yourself plugged in, check your functionality, everything like that too. And then here's the backside of a couple of our units. This is the backside of our fridge. So if we need to do any kind of servicing or anything like that, you're gonna find that behind here. And then here's the exhaust for our furnace. So always keep that in mind if you are camping out. Obviously, we're probably gonna camp out under the awning on the other side. But if you've got some stuff you're laying in on the trailer, or you're storing a few things or totes over here, make sure you don't leave anything in front of this, because that's going to be a hot exhaust coming out of here. And now we're seeing also the backside or the outside of our slide as well. So one really nice feature, we don't have to worry about getting up on these roofs anymore and sweeping off that slide after a long weekend in the trees. They do a nice awning over the top of that, sheds all of that kind of stuff. And again, we've all brought a slide in after we've been under a tree and had it end up, all those leaves and pine cones, I've certainly done it at least, end up in the kitchen floor or on the floor of our LQ after a little travel down the road. So nice to have that awning, protects that a little bit. And then we talked about the frameless windows too. I really like the look of these. I really like the airflow that you get out of them when you open them up in that vented position. We're not getting that full slide that we would out of the bus windows, but different kind of airflow. You can move some air still through these trailers, especially if you've got a nice little breeze, and then really nice kind of streamlined look to them as well. A couple quick things over here too. Fresh water fill for our freshwater tank is right here. If we have the luxury of power, hopefully we also have the luxury of some running water as well. So this is your freshwater connection. If you are somewhere that has a hydrant that you can hook up to, hook your hose up there. Don't have to run your water pump. You've got the pressure of that pushing everything through for you, and unlimited water as long as we're being courteous to the environment. So wanted to talk really quickly. This is one, and like I said, front to back, these go all the way down the side of the trailer. And we talked about the reverse lights in the trailer, and since my battery pack's holding on today, it usually dies halfway through, we're gonna flip this over to reverse. So in essence, we're putting our tow vehicle in reverse, and there's a white LED. So front to back, we've got these little button lights all the way to the rear tail of the trailer. We're gonna add a lot of light, especially on a dark night. You'd be surprised the amount of light these guys can put out. And then as soon as you flip it back, right to your normal running light function, and you're complying with DOT, keeping them happy, and adding a lot of light to your trailer. The way everybody drives nowadays, it doesn't hurt to be well lit. So if you guys have any questions about this trailer, if you have questions about weight, if you have questions about your tow vehicle and its capabilities, we can certainly help you find those numbers and advise you in terms of the weight of the trailer and the tongue weight. If you have any questions about any other trailers on our lot, please feel free to reach out. My name's Luke. It's luke.sullivan@transwest.com. My cell phone, feel free to call or text me, is 859-509-1282. And if you found this trailer, feel free to reference it on our website. We can get you some drawings and specs of it as well. Excuse me. Reference it for us, please. That'll make life real easy. 5N241329 is the stock number. So thanks for your time, everybody, this morning. Really appreciate it. If you're looking for an LQ, we've got a bunch of 3-horse options, and obviously this brand new one that just showed up from Logan. So again, thanks for your time. También hablo español.